artist's way, recovering a sense of abundance. This is my 12-week journey in the course. Many of us were raised to believe that money is the real source of security. We tell ourselves that we will pursue our art when we have enough money to do it easily. And when will that be? We cling to our financial concerns as a way to avoid not only our art, but also our spiritual growth. I have to keep a roof over my head, we say. Nobody's going to pay me to be creative. Most of us harbor a secret belief that work has to be work and not play, and that anything we really want to do must be considered frivolous and be placed a distant second. This is not true. What we really want to do is what we are really meant to do. When we do what we are meant to do, money comes to us, doors open for us, we feel useful, and the work we do feels like play to us. The work has to be work and not play quote really triggered me, because I've been told that by someone, like that same exact thing, when I was expressing a desire to pursue my art and my craft as like a career path. Like this person's opinion was that whatever you're passionate about, when you make it into a job, it just becomes work and it takes the fun out of it. So therefore you shouldn't really pursue it as anything but a hobby. And I think that definitely could happen. I think it happens more if the thing that you're passionate about becomes your job and you're not really devoting any creative play elsewhere. Like if you have a very balanced life, or make an effort to have a balanced life where you get to have fun and just be creative for the sake of being creative and not to make money, I think that helps, kind of take that pressure off of you. Whenever someone is giving you like an opinion or unsolicited advice, you always have to consider like where that person's coming from. Like I kind of think that person was projecting onto me. Like I think that they have a job that they don't like, and that's something that they need to tell themselves to be okay with their situation. They don't believe that it's possible to actually love your work and to be passionate about it. Okay, on to the next topic, which is luxury. For those of us who have been yearning to be creative and refusing to feed that hunger in ourselves so that we become more and more focused on our deprivation, a little authentic luxury can go a long way. Because art is born in expansion and a belief in sufficient supply, it is crucial that we pamper ourselves for the sense of abundance it brings us. Art requires us to empower ourselves with choice. At the most basic level, this means choosing to do self-care. In order to thrive as an artist, and one could argue as people, we need to be available to the universal flow. When we put a stopper on our capacity for joy by declining the small gifts of life, we turn aside the larger gifts as well. So I like that the author put it in terms of authentic luxury and not so much as what society says is luxurious. And also, luxury can differ from person to person. What I think is luxurious could be completely different to another person. For me, luxurious things, are the simple pleasures of life, the creature comforts. For instance, like a hot bubble bath after, a long day of doing chores outside on a wintry day. It's that contrast, that working through the cold and then giving you the gift of warmth. I also really enjoy like good food, not necessarily expensive, Actually this week I had made myself an avocado toast. I took that avocado toast, I brought it outside on our back deck, and it was a really like beautiful day out, like 70 degrees, and it felt absolutely amazing just having that moment to myself, just in the sun, eating my delicious avocado toast. It's really just enjoying, I guess for me, it's enjoying the present moment and really just relishing in it. It's also carving out the time for yourself, which can be really difficult, especially if you've been denying yourself alone time, and also not telling yourself that you don't have the time which kind of translates to you think you're not worth that extra time. Sometimes it's about making the time for yourself. Like, we're all busy people, but a little bit of time carved out goes a really, really long way. Like, even just 15 to 20 minutes of doing just something just can completely shift your mood for that entire day. The next segment is counting and exercise. Take note of where you're spending your money. Be meticulous and thorough, but also non-judgmental. It's an exercise in self-observation. It will teach you what you value in terms of your spending. Often, our spending differs from our real values. We fritter away cash on things we don't cherish and deny ourselves those things we do. Counting is a necessary prelude to learning creative luxury. In the past, I have noticed that sometimes I'll spend money on things that are kind of silly and don't add value to my life at all. And then the things that I tell myself are important to me, I don't invest in that area with my money. And yeah, it's really kind of strange, but it could also be a way of feeding into that deprivation that the author was talking about. For a long time, I've been wanting to upgrade my roller skates to just better quality ones. The ones that I have right now, they're a good beginner skate, and that's really what they're meant to be. They've been kind of holding me back on being able to do harder tricks. I've been wanting the Moxie Lolly roller skates, the orange ones, the Clementines. I've had my eyes on those for years. I've been wanting to invest in that for myself. So each week in the check-in, it'll ask you, did you experience any synchronicity? Which I did this week. I've been seeing eyes everywhere. I was out on my patio when I was eating that avocado toast. I just kind of glanced down on the deck and I saw these two eyes. I know knots in wood have an eye-like effect, but these really looked like eyes. And then that same day, as I was making my avocado toast, when I cut a shallot, I noticed that it really looked like an eye. And this was before I saw the eyes in the patio. And then I kind of thought about it more, that I was making a lot of art pieces with eyes, like my Polyphemus moth wing that has an evil eye right in there instead of its usual eye spot. And it just got me thinking, I have more ideas for this type of thing, and maybe that's the universe telling me to make more of that. I also have been wanting to get an eye tattoo, so there's that too. So something else that I've noticed throughout this journey with filming these videos, I kind of get caught up on the details, things needing to look a certain way, I need to look my best, which today I really don't think I look my best. I really didn't do much. My hair is a mess. I just have lounge clothes on. I've been kind of tidying up the house all day and cleaning and organizing and doing spring cleaning. And I didn't really have the time to do my usual routine of showering, putting on nice clothes, putting on a full face of makeup. When I was doing that, it put a lot of pressure on me because, wanting things to look, perfect. And it just kind of put a lot of unnecessary stress on me. It doesn't really need to be that way. And it's kind of nice to just kind of spur of the moment, just kind of film the video and not worry so much about if it's perfect or not. So long story short, that entire thing that I was just talking about, basically, this is me practicing being less rigid, with trying to control every little thing. I just kind of forgot the main reason that I'm doing these videos, which is to have fun, and getting caught up in all the minute details kind of sucks the fun out of it. I thought it would be fun to end this video showing you all what I've been up to this week. I've been like clearing out my garden, doing just a lot of cleanup. It's a lot of leaves out there, and show you some of the spring flowers, and maybe we'll go say hi to the chickens, see what they're up to.